Wow, hello everyone. I don't know if I'm coming through properly, but hopefully I've done everything right. Welcome to the definitive writing in games tier list. Let me see if I can get some music going here. Based. But yes, so for those unaware, hi, my name is Sandro. I'm this little ghosty thing, and this is my lovely companion here, Nesuna, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a tier list. It's a lot of bit of a tier list. Some background, we once did... Oh, thank you so much for saying the model looks good. This model actually has a lot of really cool things about it. We want to do those. But anyways, yes, so today we're going to be doing a tier list. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the definitive writing in video games tier list. There has definitely not been a version before this, and definitely won't be a version after this. But hopefully, we'll get through a lot of this. Oh, thank you so much for all the love for the ghosty thing. Okay, but yeah, so let's see if my tab here is working well, and then we can just get into this pretty soon, hopefully. But yes, sorry for starting slightly late. I literally, there's like over 113 games that I'm gonna potentially talk about tonight, and that isn't even the original stuff from all the original tier list, so time will tell. But yeah. Alright, give me like 1 second to get like 2 more things prepped, and then we will hopefully be getting started soon. I decided to open a window because it's like super hot in here. Now it feels way better. Alright. So, also let me know, is the mic too loud? Is the music too loud? Or are all the levels good? At the people in chat, at my lovely friends. I'm gonna assume it's good because none of y'all are like, wow, the audio sucks. Alright. Oh wow, that worked first try. Oh, sweet. Okay. So both good. Alright. Glad to hear it. Alright, so we're using a different tier list maker today. Partially because the other tier list maker requires that you link your Twitter and like forfeit all of your rights as a human being if you want to make a like login and save it. And this one that I found just lets you make tier lists. And oh god, we have so many games. Okay, I have the old tier list next to me. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Alright, so this is the old tier list. There are a lot of games. I don't even have technically all these in here. I think I forgot Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. That's the most important one from here. Because if you have not played that, the writing in it is actually really good. I also want to remind you all that this is not a tier list of how good the games are. Some of my favorite games are probably going to get very low ratings in this. It is more a rating of how good I think the writing is and how effective I think it is at compelling the player, immersing them, telling a good story. And so as a result, we gotta make sure that Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator is in there because it's quite good. Mostly just because it hits the tone of like corporate schlock really well. Let's here. This will be good to get into the practice of finding these damn things, because I have a feeling, chat, if there's like any games that you're like, oh, please add this to the list, I will absolutely do it. Just like yell at me enough times, and we'll make that happen. Cool. Alright, so we're gonna, I think the thing that makes the most sense... Oh yeah, so the music in the background, I found like a whole bunch of like just lo-fi remixes of beautiful game music. So I figured that'd be like a nice way to get around. Oh, full screen or zoom your captions so as we can see better. Okay, so you can't see like the text and stuff. Let's, there's definitely a way. How's that? Is that looking good? I wonder if I can minimize that. Ah, I can minimize that. That thinks of everything. Okay. This might be a little unwieldy mechanically. We're gonna try it. Does that look good? Is everything hopefully legible? Okay. We're gonna probably, I think what makes the most sense to me is start from the top and then work our way down. And we're gonna start with Peak. We might just jump to the bottom because I forgot a game whose writing is terrible got sunset recently, so I had to add Anthem to the list. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's start with the bottom real quick. This is the poo-poo dog shit tier. Actually, you know, I'm not gonna be that mean to it. It's just poo-poo. This is bad. No, it's the poo-poo dog shit tier. So Anthem has some of the best gameplay. This is actually a really good example. This is showing you that I put my money where my mouth is. Anthem is a really good game mechanically. I think it has a really fun gameplay loop, and it has maybe some of the best, like, visual designs and, like, mecha movement, quote-unquote. The story's terrible. Like, the first mission, I was, like, more uninvested than I've been in any game until recently, and it's just... It was so bad. It was just terrible. Okay. So that's kind of going to be our bottom tier. Poo-poo dog water. I like that so much better. That feels... Because I do feel like this game is dog water. It's not dog shit, but... Yeah. Alright, so... That's Anthem. We're gonna come back to this one. For Peak, it's definitely Disco Elysium's somewhere in here. But more importantly, the recent Nikkei event has kind of made me reconsider that for also being Peak, so I think we might have 2 games at Peak here. Oh my god, there's just so many of these. Okay, maybe we'll get back to that. Expedition 33, this is going in the poo-poo dog water tier. This game was, so I beat this game, it was like 33 hours. I legitimately think it is so bad on so many levels. I think it has a spectacular soundtrack, it has some interesting combat that is certainly not for me. But like, oof, was not a fan of this. I feel like, okay, what's like the middle tier between, let's get some stuff that's like not, okay, slop. Yeah. I feel like it needs to be like a kind of like a not quite vomit green, but maybe like an acid reflux green. Cyberpunk 2077. This game's story, in my opinion, was slop. It's not that bad. It's just it feels like remarkably underwritten for how overwritten it is. And I feel like this game probably needed more time in the oven, besides just like the mechanics and everything. I hear the DLC is way better, but I was not the biggest fan of this. Also, it's a reminder, this is technically my personal takes, so all of them are 100% right all the time. Oh, Disco Elysium, here we go. This game is definitely Peak. Not only does it have really good dialogue trees, not only does it engage with a lot of like really interesting things from politics to spirituality, I just like, it's legitimately hits. I think to me, really, really good writing can both be really funny and really heartbreaking without breaking a sweat. Like, it knows how to do its range. Is Iron Lung on there? I have not played and beaten Iron Lung yet. I'm so sorry. But yeah. Yes, yeah, classic turnaround story stuff. Yeah, it's just... I feel like the first 3 to 4 hours of Cyberpunk 2077 is so good. Did you put Dispatch on the list? No, and actually, you know what? We're going to do our first request here, because I do want to put Dispatch on this list, because it's going to rank pretty... It's going to rank, like, middlingly high. So... a friend of mine recommended me this, and I, like, legitimately think that if I had not had a friend recommend me this, I probably would not have played this game, and I definitely wouldn't have played it to completion, because I didn't really like the first half that much, and I just thought that, like, there was, like, a lot of wasted potential, and then I get to the second half, and all that potential pays off, and I'm like, okay, sometimes you just gotta be patient. Alright. So let's add Dispatch here. And I feel like this is gonna be, like, one of those, like, not quite top tier, but it's gonna be, like... This is, like, the higher side of A-. Where are you? Because, like, what's an A-? Maybe it's the lower end of A-. Yeah, okay. This game was really good. I thoroughly recommend it. I'm trying to figure out what other games were A-. I think Signalis is in here somewhere. Yeah. Signalis is kind of like the one to beat to get out of A-. I thought the story was really good. I thought its presentation and gameplay was stronger. The writing is pretty terse, and I don't like... The writing definitely served itself well, but nothing like super stuck out to me. Versus like Dispatch, I think is an A-, not because... I think the highs are higher than Signalis' highs, but I think the lows are way lower. So it kind of balances itself out there. Well, no, okay, the first 3 hours of Cyberpunk are in slot. The first 3 hours of Cyberpunk are like A-. And then, like, some of the side quests are really good, but most of the side quests are pretty like, ugh. Okay, let's do something that's not quite peak, not quite A-. How do I add? Okay. Tier set. We're gonna add so many damn tiers here. What did I name this last time? Okay, A+ tier. Yeah, this is... I feel like Dragon Age Origins is like definitely a high watermark for the A+ tier. Because did I... Oh no, I put it in MGS2 tier. I don't know if I agree with myself on that. Because I think it's really good, but I don't... Maybe I think it's the top of A+. I don't think it gets into MGS2 tier. So let's quickly establish what MGS2 tier is. So some of these tiers are named after games. And that's just going to happen a few times. Because there's some games that are just so good that they just kind of like deserve their own tier. But then there's games that are like almost as good as them, or if not better. I really do think the other game that is in the MGS2 tier kind of like is neck and neck, which is why I'm bumping Dragon Age Origins out. So Near Reincarnation is... It's kind of like the opposite. I think this game's gameplay is terrible and like maybe one of the worst gameplay like rotations that we've ever seen. Like it's super grindy, it's very mobile game, but the story is incredible. It's some of the best Nier storytelling outside of like Nier Gestalt. So I was very, very happy with this game. Because I didn't have to play it, I just got to like experience it vicariously through what was preserved. Because this game has now been sunset, unfortunately. And then MGS2 is just kind of like, in my opinion, the best writing in a Metal Gear game. It's definitely not the best gameplay. I think that still goes to MGSV, but MGSV has its own issues, and we'll get to that when we get to that. Alright, so I think next we gotta do the S+ tier. Gotta kind of fill out the top here. We're gonna make that purple. Yeah. S+? No, it's gonna have 2 games at least. Okay, so... Where's Gestalt? You know, I tried to label these in a way that they were, like, organized when I uploaded them. That just did not end up happening. But it's fine, because I can probably still find the needle in the haystack. We'll find that later. But just know that S Plus is there, and we will be adding games. And Nier Automata is not in it. I think I put it in slop last time. It might deserve A-. Where did I put it last time? Oh my god, this is so... I feel like this is what you guys... Like, I'm having trouble reading this. This must just be a blurry mess to you guys. Oh, okay, so it's at the bottom of better than quality slop. I think that's reasonable. It is better than quality slop. Oh, well... to explain what quality slop is it's slop that people enjoy just because it's well made. Like, it's just like, yeah, this is something that is incredibly well produced and has the chops. So quality slop is like, it's not an insult. Like, quality slop is like a high B+, low A-, and better than quality slop is kind of somewhere in between those. So I think Nier Automata, especially for its last act, I think earns better than quality slop. I think the voice acting carries it a lot, but I think even without the voice acting, it would hit. So, yeah, the tier list is in the tier list. We're gonna get to that. There's some Easter eggs here that we have to get to. Let's do Path to Nowhere, because I don't think I've ever talked about this game with you guys. It's just mids. It's like, it's got a lot of really cool ideas. I actually think it has more cool ideas and interesting characters than Cyberpunk, but I do think ultimately it is kind of slop. It's a mobile game. The characters are really compelling and the world's really compelling, but oh yeah, don't worry. We've barely scratched the surface. We're gonna be here for, like, I'm gonna be here until at least 10. We'll see how much we get through by that point. This might be a multi-part series. Yeah, I was about to say, you're definitely not late. You're getting in right at the good part. I feel like Zenless. Zenless was another one that I don't think was on the original tier list. And I think it's also just slop. And I think it's maybe the bottom tier of slop. Zenless is like the anti-Path to Nowhere. It has cute characters and cool ideas, and it doesn't know how to execute on them, as opposed to like Path to Nowhere, which kinda knows how to execute on them. I might even bump this down a tier. Where did I put not bad? Oh, the LA Times isn't not bad. Okay, we gotta add the LA Times. That's a... Hold up. Okay, LA Times crossword. So this is why I'm glad I have the old tier list, because there's some games in here that I do forget about. Also, these are taking me slightly longer to add, just because I'm trying to like actually crop them all so that they look nice-ish. Which of course the LA Times is going to be a pain because it doesn't have proper cover art. It's just going to be like 2 seconds. Alright. Oh, hey, there's Nier. Hold up. We'll be back for the LA Times. Nier Gestalt is absolutely spectacular. It's definitely not peak, but it's so close. I think what holds it back is there's a lot of like kind of intentionally bullshit side quests that just kind of spin their wheels. The game itself is kind of a commentary on games. I'm specifically putting Gestalt here because I've not played Replicant or the new version of Replicant, though I have seen the last cutscene that's good. And I also kind of think Papa Nier is just a more compelling character, personally. I think it makes his relationship with Yona more interesting. For context, like, the game has 2 versions. One, the US version that we got here before Replicant was re-released is the main character is the father of, like, the young girl who's, like, kind of the quote-unquote damsel in distress that you're trying to save. And in the Japanese version, you play as, like, a much younger guy who's, like, her brother. And I think the father-daughter dynamic, aside from being way ahead of its time, I think just works better for the story, personally, but I don't know. That's just my take. Oh, we have so many damn games here. Okay, the LA Times. LA Times crossword, I think, where was this? Is it not bad? Yeah. I'm gonna rename this one to Serviceable. Like, this is the tier of, like, it does what it needs to do. I don't think, like, the writing doesn't necessarily impress me. No. So this is the LA Times crossword, for context. Yeah, I cannot rate the LA Times as a newspaper, but I can rate their crosswords. I think this is specifically the mini. And I think it's serviceable. I haven't laughed out loud at any of them, but, you know, I think... Oh, yeah, Expedition 33 is... If I haven't complained to you about this game, I could complain to you about this game for a very long time. I really thought it was, like, actual trash. The story, I thought, was, like, really poorly written. The gameplay, I think, is fine. It's not my vibe. I love the soundtrack, but I really do think the story feels like they had some interesting ideas sketched out. I feel the same way about it that I do about Anthem, where it's like it has some interesting ideas sketched out, and they just don't know how to write it. It is my opinion, therefore it is 100% correct. And also, reminder, this is the definitive tier list, so I will never adjust this one, despite the fact that we will probably be adjusting this tonight. Wii Sports, I think, also goes to the serviceable. I think it's the top of service. Actually, you know what? It might be... Where did I have it last time? Because I actually think the writing's pretty good. I put it in C tier last time. I've been reflecting on it, and I disagree. I think it's the bottom of slop. I think it's just below Zenless Zone Zero, but I do think what writing is there is quite good. I should add a game that hasn't released yet. Maybe. I mean, there's some... yeah, we'll add GTA 6. How's about that? If we get through all of this, we'll put GTA 6 on this. Just for you. Alright. Destiny is definitely... Did I put in an A+ last time? I must have. Maybe I didn't. Alright, you know what? We can only fly... Oh yeah, I did put in an A+. We can only fly by that so much. I do think... like, Destiny's probably going to end up being the bottom of A+, but I do think the writing's really good and the universe is really good. This is also the only the first 10 years of Destiny. I've not played any of the recent stuff. Fuck that game. This is a great example of a game I do not like playing anymore, that the writing's still really good. Exoprimal, I think this is in Crack Smoker Lowbrow, so we're gonna have to make that. And I think this is like... did I have this at better than... Oh, I had this at better than pretty good. I mean, this is kind of its own, like, side category. I'm gonna put it at above better than quality slot, but I think pretty good. The pretty good tier is gonna be above that. It should be noted that, like, not a lot of these games, I think, like, have, like, legitimately bad writing. Like, Exoprimal is fun for what it's trying to be. Destiny 1 and 2, they're the same canon. The writing really doesn't change between them. Even though the teams change, I think they're fairly similar. Also, I keep looking at Divine Cybermancy, so we're going to do Crack Smoker Highbrow real quick. Although maybe it got Ruiner tier last time. We're also going to reassess Ruiner tier, because I think Ruiner might belong there. We'll see. For right now, I is definitely in Crack Smoker Highbrow. Did I have it like that last time? I did not. Where did I put I? You know what? We might reassess that. I might be... Okay, well, now we need New Vegas tier. Also, shout out to Newt, who we got Fallout sodas yesterday, and this Asperilla was quite good. I haven't had soda in a very long time. That was nice. Okay, most of the Fallouts are going to be here except for Fallout 4. Okay, let's rip this Band-Aid, because I know that there's several people in the chat who do like Fallout 4. I was not impressed by the rating. I thought it was, like, pretty mids. Where does it belong? Is it worse or better than Cyberpunk? I think it's worse, but it's definitely better than Zenless Zone Zero. I think Wii Sports is better than Zenless Zone Zero. I think this looks good. Yeah, the Quantum is quite good. I think KOTOR got pretty good last time. And that makes sense to me. Fallout 3 is in the New Vegas tier. Fallout 3 is really good. People who shit on that game don't know what they're talking about. Mechanically, maybe not as good as New Vegas, but I think the writing is still pretty solid. I do think New Vegas is slightly better than Fallout 3. We did this last time. However, where's Point Lookout? Point Lookout is better than Fallout New Vegas, and then the Honest Hearts DLC for New Vegas is better than Point Lookout. So this is kind of like building the middle tier here, and these are all better than A-, I would say. I think I did that last time. Yeah, this is like right above that. Where's Resident Evil 7? Because I just saw that. Yeah, this is definitely A- tier. I think this is like No, you know what? Actually, we're gonna go crazy. I think this actually is getting put down in pretty good because I'm thinking more about what's an A- tier, and I think this is kind of. I definitely think KOTOR's writing is a little bit better than it. I think Resident Evil 7's fine. It's good. It's pretty good. I almost had a it's fine tier for like all the things that I was just like I'm not gonna critique this game because it's whatever. Like I think the writing is better than most games, but we're trying to be specific. 7 was solid. 7 is it's solid. I don't think it was a bad game by any means. There, Left 4 Dead 2. Where does this belong? I feel like this is the bottom tier of better than quality slop because the characters are really well realized. I mean, the world isn't anything super special, but I think for character writing alone, like part of what makes good writing in a game is like, can you hear a character line of dialogue 27 times and not get tired of it? And I think Left 4 Dead 2 absolutely passes that. I think that's why Wii Sports is down in... Well, no, you know what? Wii Sports might be the bottom of better than quality slop, I'm realizing. But yeah, I think Left 4 Dead 2 is kind of like going to be the... Yeah, pills here, exactly. Like, I can quote Left 4 Dead 2 in a way that just doesn't disrupt my psyche. Okay, got us Victory Nikkei. Yeah, this is peak. This is the bottom of peak, and Disco Elysium's the top of peak, but I think this game's just peak. I've like actually been crying for 2 days over the recent event because it was so good. Yeah, the fact that everyone in chat remembers lines from this game should be saying something. Okay. Rule of Rose, I don't think was on the original tier list, but this is going to be the new bottom of MGS2, I think. I don't think the writing in this is as good as Reincarnation of MGS2, but I think it's really good, and it hits all the stuff in MGS2 and above, and I think Dragon Age scratches at it, which is why it's the top of A+. These games are willing to dig at something human that most games kind of shy away from. And that is almost entirely in the writing, and I like those kinds of games quite a bit. So that's kind of like what you're going to see populating this top tier. No, it's gonna Wii Sports can stay there for now. Speaking of Dragon Age Inquisition, I think this is maybe the bottom of slot. What did I have this at last time? I'm feeling like extra not generous with that game the more I remember it. Oh, I had Fallout 4 in slot last time. Yeah, okay, it is in slot. Good. Did I even bother putting it on the list last time? Oh, it's in not bad. I don't even agree with that. I think it's the bottom of serviceable. Yeah, I'm glad we're not doing the not bad tier. I feel like the not bad tier is undescriptive. The serviceable tier, I definitely think the LA Times has made me think more than Dragon Age Inquisition, so we're putting that at serviceable. Actually, you know what? We're doing a new tier, and this is the disappointment tier. This is like when you like actively fail to capitalize on good potential. This is probably going to be the only thing in this tier. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Okay. The issue is I don't know where I would put him. We'll see how far we get in the next 45 minutes, and then we'll see if we have time. Jak 2. This game is wild for anyone familiar with it. They essentially took a adorable like collectathon game and then made it like a gritty remake. I think this might be the top of no, I don't think this game's... I think this might be the middle of slop. I think it's better than Fallout 4. I think it's better than Zenless Zone Zero. I think Path to Nowhere and Cyberpunk haven't beat, though. I think it's got some interesting ideas, but definitely not the best. Actually, you know what? Fires of Rubicon is going to be important because we need to do... Oh, I love this color for this. We need to do the Souls tier, which I believe is above New Vegas. If it wasn't last time, it's going to be. But I think it's going to be, like, right above New Vegas. And I don't think it's going to be above Cracksmoker Highbrow this time. Because I think the Cracksmokers... these divide, like, the truly good games and the truly goated games. And nothing against the Souls games. I think the writing is really compelling in them. But the writing is terse and it's effective, but I think it could be more effective. And we're going to talk about that with Armored Core, because this used to be in the Souls tier, and I've realized the more I thought about it that I think this is Cracksmoker Highbrow. I think this game has a little more going on. Yeah, exactly. It's, everything's terrible, and we're going to lament how terrible it is. It's so terrible. I don't know where Dark Souls 3 is, but we'll find it. I do think Bloodborne is the top of the Souls tier. And I do think Dark Souls 2 is the bottom of it. I think Dark Souls 3 is probably close second, just because the last two DLCs actually had quite a bit of writing that I thought was actually quite exceptionally good. If you played Dark Souls 3 and you haven't played the DLC, you haven't played the game. That's my hot take. More so than any other DLC in a Souls game, I think that DLC for Dark Souls 3 is like one of the most pivotal. I think it's one of the most pivotal DLCs you can play in a game. Alan Wake. Pretty good. Pretty good. Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I feel like this is the bottom of New Vegas tier. I don't know where I had this last time. Actually, no, this game made me cry a bunch. Maybe we put this at the bottom of A+ for now. We'll reassess this. Yes! Ace Combat's great, and as is Armored Core, as is Animal Crossing. We have the three ACs up here. Okay, Ace Combat 0. This game is really good. I think this is A-. I think this is... Maybe it's not the bottom of A-. I think we're gonna see worse games than these three. But I'm feeling A- for this right now. I think it's good. I think it's okay, but the final dogfight in this actually hits hard. Dispatch is losing a lot of points for the first two chapters. Dispatch is really good, though. I need everyone to know that, like, everything above the pretty good tier, everything even in the pretty good tier, most of these games are really worth it. I think these games are pretty solid. Catherine's definitely A+. For those who don't know, this was the... Oh, this might be... No, I think it's... this game was done by the Persona team. It's Atlas. It's a nightmare puzzle game about navigating relationships and love and lust. And it's... to say too much would be to spoil it, but I think Catherine's... This actually is maybe an exception to what I was saying before, of, like, Catherine's willing to talk about a lot of, like, uncomfortable human stuff that I think a lot of the rest of these top-tier games. Curse of Monkey Island. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Ark's Bad Fur Day. This was an N64 game that is, like, really... Actually, this is probably the bottom of Cracksmoker Lowbrow. This was a very funny, kind of lampoony collectathon game on the N64. And I think most of its commentary on, like, the culture of the time is pretty crass and pretty... It's lowbrow, but it works. I think the reason I do want it on this tier list for the writing is the opening monologue goes kind of crazy. I have, like, half a mind to play it for you all, but I know we're kind of pressed for time and it's 9:20. We can run around to it. Bubsy. That's a great idea. Speaking of games that destroy the psyche. Okay, give me 1 second here. Bubsy is like the anti-Left 4 Dead 2, where I could hear those voice lines twice and immediately get tired of them. However, I do love Bubsy. People who know me know I love Bubsy. This is another good example of why I'm not biased for, like... It's a game I like, but also, Jesus. This is probably gonna be... I don't want to say the game is disappointing in terms of its writing, because I don't like what do I expect? It's Bubsy. But it's certainly not enjoyable writing wise. We're gonna put this in the UGG too, with a sad face. To denote, yeah. I do think the writing, well, actually, no, you know what? I don't think, maybe we don't need this tier. Maybe we get rid of this. How do I remove? Okay. I do think Expedition 33 is going, thanks to Bubsy being on this, I think Expedition 33 is getting away with not being on the bottom of this tier list. Donkey Kong 64 is being reassessed as a result of the DK rap, which I think in general this game has really funny characters that are like relatively well written. Where did I put this last time? Because this still feels like slop. Yeah, okay, this is the bottom of slot last time. I think this might be the... I think it's just the middle of slot. I think it's above Cyberpunk. I don't think it's better than Path to Nowhere, because Path to Nowhere has some really insanely good... Like, if we're counting the writing and the music, Donkey Kong 64 does not have better writing in its music than Path to Nowhere has writing in its music. And actually, for counting the writing and the music, I would say actually Expedition 33 might get a downgrade, because they use the words Clair Obscur several times in several of the songs, which I was not a fan of. Okay. Genshin Impact. This might be the top of it's either the top of disappointment or the bottom of serviceable, or the bottom of quality slop. It's definitely not better than Wii Sports. I think what the issue is, like, this kind of like Dispatch, its highs are really high, but its lows are so low and so frequent that I would say maybe 70% of the writing in this game is like just actively terrible. And because it's just like, oh, like weekly quests. Ooh, Nintendogs is a good one. Because it's just like weekly quests, stuff like that. And the 30% that's like the main scenario quest is really good. So I'm gonna say this is better than quality slop. Did we even have the quality slop tier? Oh yeah, that's where Baldur's Gate 3 is. We'll get to that. I don't even think that's on the list. Okay. Let's add Baldur's Gate 3 real quick. Oh wait. Baldur's Gate 3 is really solid. I've really warmed to that game over time, especially after playing Expedition 33. I forget how bad it can be. Forget how good we have it sometimes. Yeah, so that's a quality slop. Let's go grab Baldur's Gate 3. I would not put Baldur's Gate 3 in like a disappointment tier. I think the thing that got me about Baldur's Gate 3's writing, granted I have not beaten it, so I also kind of... Part of the reason why I almost didn't want to have it on this tier list, and despite it being definitive, it might move its location once I do beat it, because I think that's the next one I really want to beat. I think when Baldur's Gate 3 is hitting, it hits well. I guess Lazel is also going to be the only thing on this image, because of how I had to export it. Yeah, like the fact that I played like maybe 8 hours of that game and remember every character's name should say something. Because I literally couldn't tell you the names of half the characters in Clair Obscur, and I spent 30 hours in it. Baldur's Gate 3. Top of quality slot. Top quality slot. Now I'm having to think, is Wii Sports just quality slot? I think we're gonna keep it there for now. Can you scroll up with the good there are not too many tiers. However, you've brought up a good point. There might be a few too many tiers. We've been talking about things that are overwritten. Whereas, okay, tier list. The tier list is definitely in quality slop. I think it's gonna. We've added so many tiers to the tier list that I think it's probably gonna be the bottom of quality slop. I think this is a good point, but perhaps a bit meandering. Which I think also kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 maybe in a similar boat. Actually, now that I think about it, I think Genshin's just the bottom of quality slop. I think it's you like it because it's good. I don't think its writing is notably better than Baldur's Gate 3. Let's do Hotline Miami. I think this is. I don't even think this is Cracksmoke or Highbrow. I think this is just A+. The more I think about it, we gotta add the Ruiner tier. And important to note, we're reassessing this tier. We're starting with Ruiner in it, and we'll see if we can end this with Ruiner in it. Last time Ruiner did escape this tier. I do think Ruiner is beyond underneath Cracksmoke or Highbrow. Okay, so Yakuza Like a Dragon. This game was incredible. This is the bottom of S+. Yeah, no, I do. This might be... Nier might be on its own in S+, because the more I think about it, the more No, I do think it's better than MGS2. Hot take. I think it gets at something very real. A+ for Hotline Miami? Yeah, Hotline Miami is incredible. I don't know if you've played... I do think the tier list is serviceable. That is... We're gonna put it at the bottom of quality slop for now. Actually, no, we're gonna put it at the top of slop. You gotta beat the tier list to get out of slop. Hotline Miami is really, really good in a way that I can't quite describe. But this game is also very terse. But every line of dialogue hits like a baseball bat to your knees. Like it's really good. I'm a big fan. Hotline Miami 2, I do not feel as good about because it is decidedly more overwritten. I don't even think it's New Vegas tier. I think it might be I think it's just pretty good. I think Hotline Miami 2 is pretty good. Where did I have it last time? I had it in the Ruiner tier. That makes sense just for like what Ruiner is. But I don't think it's as good as Ruiner. I think Hotline Miami 2 is just fine. I think it's pretty good. Silent Hill F. This is probably in the A+ tier. Again, this is another good example of like this is writing. I think this game's pretty bad overall, but I think the writing is really good. And I think the aesthetics are really good. The gameplay is really bad, and the way that it makes you like replay the game like 3 times is terrible. But writing-wise, I think it is really solid. Yeah, I think it belongs below Catherine. Killer is Dead. This is definitely Cracksmoke or Highbrow. This is above Rubicon. This is above I. I think this is what you gotta beat to get into A+. I think this is also above I, honestly. Killer is Dead has just a lot of really good stuff going on. Black Souls is probably Cracksmoke or Lowbrow. But okay, I'm considering this the whole series. This is Black Souls 1 and 2. Do not look up this game if you don't already know what it is. Yeah, see, exactly. You're quoting some good dialogue from Hotline Miami. Yeah, Silent Hill F could have been a good movie. Yeah, okay, see, now that we're actually assessing the Hotline Miami script. I mean, again, I'm not saying every line is the best, but it's got some meat. I'm gonna put Black Souls at the bottom of the Souls tier. But this includes the second one, which I think is considerably better. God of War. This is the remake. I did not like this game. I did quite enjoy the story. I would say this is... this is better than Quality Slop. This is maybe... Nah, I don't think it's better than here. Yeah. Better than... Yeah, that looks right. The God of War original trilogy is good. I think it's just quality slop. I think this is actually kind of the bottom of quality slop. I think it's just it's really solidly written. No notes. But it doesn't move. Actually, you know what? I think this is above Jag 2. I think this is just slop. I love these games, but I don't. The first game has some interesting stuff in it, and I think the way it reimagines Greek mythology is pretty good. But now that I'm thinking about the dialogue and the writing, it might be the bottom. Yeah, it's better than Fallout 4. Not better than. It's better than Jak 2. Okay, yeah, that's where it belongs. Halo Combat Evolved. That's better than quality slop. This it might be pretty good. It's pretty good. Actually, this might be A-. Every time I like remember how good Halo is right now, this is New Vegas tier. This is maybe in the bottom of New Vegas tier. Oh, I'm so sorry that you were a minute back in time. But yes, for those just joining us, there's a lot happening. If you have a question, just ask. We can catch you up. Battle Block Theater is definitely an A+. I don't think it's. I think it's better than Hotline Miami. I don't think it's better than Edge Runners. Spectacular game. This game made me cry multiple times. Fire Emblem Awakening is definitely just quality slop. I think it's better than Genshin. I think it's probably worse than Baldur's Gate. It's tough. This is kind of why I didn't want to put Baldur's Gate 3 here, because I really haven't beaten this. This might be somewhere else, but I think Fire Emblem Awakening is just quality slop. Or just better than quality slop. Actually, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. It's going to be up here, but I think Baldur's Gate is a contender to be like up here eventually. Again, this is the definitive one. Version 1, so I'll probably come back to this once I've beaten Baldur's Gate and played other games. Dragon Age 2. Pretty good. This actually might be A- tier. This is bottom of A- tier. Where did I have it last time? It's always interesting to see how my opinions have changed. Oh, Fire Emblem Awakening and Cracksmoker Lowbrow. Actually, that checks out. Yeah, this is kind of in a category of its own. This takes a certain mind to want to do the eugenics on your children. Where did we have Dragon Age Origins? Dragon Age 2 Cracksmoker Highbrow. I don't know if I agree with that. I think it's somewhere in the middle. A-. Well, I'm not legally required to beat every game on this list. But yeah, also yeah, this is there's some terrible people who voice acted in Battle Block, but the game's really good. Bennett Foddy, yes, okay, I don't know if I added, Getting Over It is not in here. Getting Over It is actually was in the original tier list, and I do want to add it to this one. Another game that almost made the cut for this tier list, but I really want to play more of it, is the Talos Principle. Which Big Tony has played and showed me, and I do really like it. Steven Sausage Rolls would probably be in Cracksmoker Lowbrow. Not gonna lie. We can maybe add that later. I've also very intentionally not put the beginner's guide in here because I do want to just give it a replay before I put it on this tier list. So we'll probably we may do another stream where we revisit this tier list. All right, Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. This is actually, you know what? This might be in the Souls tier. I think this is slightly better than Dark Souls 2. Actually, yeah. I think this belongs in the Souls tier. It might be Cracksmoker Highbrow. We'll reassess this. We'll keep it here for now. Nothing else in Ruiner tier so far. What did I have there last time? Oh, BioShock. Yeah, okay. Time to add these. BioShock 1 just ever so slightly ekes out above BioShock 2. See, this is interesting. I don't really know if I think Ruiner is better than these anymore. Well, okay. So part of I am somewhat including, like, lore building and, like, the universe as quote-unquote writing. Yeah, getting over it is definitely a Souls-like. Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, another great example of a game that I like, that I just think the dialogue's serviceable. I played a little bit of the story mode, it's funny, it's fun, it's yeah. No, you know, this might be the bottom of slop. I think the character shouts are as good as Zenless, but Zenless has just ever so slightly more going on with its story, so we're gonna put BB Tag at the bottom of slop, despite liking it. Breath of the Wild. This is also probably slop. I do think it's better than Donkey Kong 64. I don't think it's better than Path to Nowhere. Smash Bros. Brawl is probably Cracksmoke or Lowbrow. I think it's probably in the bottom of that. Let me see what I did. I probably put it there last time, if not. Because Subspace Emissary actually kind of has some vibes going for it. You know, better than Quality Slop? I agree with that. I think this is... We're going to put this as at worse than Left 4 Dead, but it is, I think, it deserves its spot here. Lies of P. I played this one recently, and I actually do think... I don't think this belongs in the Souls tier, I'm gonna be real. I think the way it reimagines Pinocchio is really interesting, but I didn't think the writing was that good. I think this is also kind of just slop. And I think kind of it's like on par with God of War. Like, yeah, you know, this is just solid. It made some good decisions, but like, Actually, you know what? I don't think Breath of the Wild deserves to be here. I think Breath of the Wild is yeah, this is kind of its own area up here. Okay, Luigi's Mansion. That's serviceable. No, it's funny though. Might be the bottom of Quality Slop. I do think it's better than the tier list. We're gonna put Luigi's Mansion there. It is. I would say that Getting Over it's closer to Stanley Parable. I don't think it's like Sister Location. Pokemon of the Inventory. This is A+. That's is Cracksmoker Highbrow. This is middle Cracksmoker Highbrow. But it packs so much character into every line. Yeah, we're gonna say this. Yeah, it's just below Fires of Rubicon. I've been thinking more about Fires of Rubicon, and I realized that story stuck with me more than I thought. BioShock Infinite used to be down here. It's now risen from the ashes. We have our second disappointment. I think it. Yeah, we're keeping it there. I don't have to explain that one. Anyone who's played that game knows how bad it is. I do think Final Fantasy VII Advent Children is serviceable. I don't think it's incredible. I think the LA Times is more compelling as a piece of writing. But I do think it is, it's not a disappointment. It's fine. It's good. Final Fantasy VII, on the other hand, fucking A+, love this game. The writing is really good. The writing's one of the best parts of it. Let's mosey. I think it's probably the bottom of A+ tier, but you know, this is stiff competition. However, I'm probably gonna... Well, actually, no, this kind of makes sense. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake is ever so slightly better than Killer's Dead as the top of Cracksmoker Highbrow. And if you played Remake, you'll know why it's in there and not as just an A+. Yeah, so Cyberpunk 77, I don't think it's bad per se. I just... Like, again, this is just based off the writing, and I really was not impressed by the writing in 77. From everything I have heard of Phantom Liberty, it would probably redeem it in some ways in my mind, and it'd probably manage to work its way into Quality Slot, but I really don't have time for that, because I don't hate the game enough to finish it, but I don't like the game enough to finish it. Death Stranding. Someone called out that this probably shouldn't be an A+, and I kind of agree the more I thought of it. I think this might be in Ruiner tier. I think this might be better than BioShock, worse than Ruiner. I think this is Death Stranding. Because if we're just going based off the rating, I think the story is incredible, and I think the story is like really compelling, but I don't think the story is I don't think the writing is what delivers it so much as the gameplay. Like, Kojima's really good at doing... Like, yeah, I see... Okay, yeah. Like, the writing... Like, the game's story is an MGS2 tier. The game's writing, I think, is kind of... It's really, really good, but I don't know if it's... Ugh. We're gonna reassess this one. We'll put it back in A+ for now. See, yeah, we're gonna put it at the bottom of A+ for now. I'm gonna think about it. Because I think what makes Death Stranding's story so impactful, and I mean, granted, MGS2 also does this, but MGS2's... Yeah, you know what? Actually, no, fuck it. MGS2 gets to get away with doing... We're gonna put it at the bottom of MGS2 tier for now. We're gonna reassess this later. Right. Let It Die. Top of Crack Smoker Lowbrow. If you've not seen like the cutscenes from this game, they're incredible. They've made me feel things that I didn't know I could feel. Not like emotionally, but just like physically. Animal Crossing. I think this is New Horizons, and I think this is... On reassessment, I definitely think it's better than DK64. I think it's worse than Path to Nowhere. I think this is... Where did I have this last time? Probably in Slop, right? Did I have it in... Oh, I had it in Pretty Good. I don't know if it's pretty good. I think... No, actually, the way they're able to pack so much character into just a few lines, I think this is maybe... It's better than Hotline Miami 2. I think it's about as good as Resident Evil 7. We're gonna put it there for now. Just not upset. Backslash. Well, also the Princess Beach line alone is kind of what gets Death Stranding up in A+. Like, or up in it. Actually, no, yeah, that line alone puts it in MGS2 tier because that is so bold and it works. Persona 5, Slop, bottom of Slop. Actually, no, this is just serviceable. I think that Persona 5 is like... Actually, no, fuck this. This is disappointing. This is the top of disappointing. I think it is way more well put together than these others too. But, yeah, I think Persona 5's story is just... that team's capable of so much more. Like Persona 4, which we're gonna put it... I think this is top of... bottom of A-. Bottom of A- for now. I do think it's better than most of the stuff and Pretty Good, but I think it crawls its way out of that tier. Love Nikki. I think we're finally seeing something new in S+ tier. This game's writing also incredible. This is a dress-up game. It's a mobile game. There's like literally no way to play this or like get its story anymore meaningfully. You just have to trust me. I'm sorry. It's just that good. For anyone who's trusted me on Goddess of Victory Nikke and knows that the story is actually that good, it's a similar story. I don't think it's as good as Nikke. I think it's definitely the bottom of S+ tier. Actually, no. It's the top of MGS2 tier. I don't think it gets into S+. But I do think it claims above MGS2 being the most MGS2 game in that tier. Metal Gear Solid 1 is good. It's pretty good. No, I think this is New Vegas tier. I think this is what separates the Fallouts from the Fallout DLCs. Is being better than Metal Gear Solid. PT S+. Actually, no. We're A+. Better than Silent Hill F. By a small margin. Not better than Catherine. Sekiro. This feels very... We're gonna put this in Ruiner tier for now. I think this kind of belongs between these games. I don't necessarily know if it fits Ruiner, but it belongs there. Elden Ring also was getting a reassessment because I think it's very... Seeing how the Souls tiers has evolved, I think Elden Ring probably belongs here. I do think the writing is better than Dark Souls. I don't think it's as good as Dark Souls 3 or Bloodborne. I think Getting Over It might be better than those, though. Yeah, okay. I think this is the new meta. Halo 3 is probably going in Ruiner tier. I'm gonna put it above Bioshock. Actually, I don't think this game is crazy enough for Crack Smoker Highbrow. I don't think it's on enough things. It's getting there though. It goes pretty hard. Halo 2, similarly really good. I don't... Like, okay, Halo 2's writing, this is going to be my hot take for anyone who's played Halo. I think Halo 2's writing is, like, completely carried by the Arbiter. I think this is the bottom of Ruiner tier. I think... Actually, no, I think this is... I can't put it in Souls tier meaningfully. This is the top of New Vegas tier. There you go. Actually, I don't think it's better than Honest Hearts, though, or Fallout 3. I think it's better than Halo 2. Halo 3 ascends to greatness. The first 2 Halos are down here in New Vegas tier. And New Vegas tier is not bad. These games are spectacular. If you played any of these, you know they're good. Deus Ex Human Revolution... Bottom of Ruiner tier. No, actually, this game's not that good. It's bottom of New Vegas tier. Actually, maybe it might be just an A-. I think it's as good as Dragon Age 2. Put it here for now. Put it there for now. There for now. Yeah, this is just writing. Which, speaking of which, The Last of Us has some pretty solid writing, I think. God, I'm gonna piss so many people off by putting this below Halo, but I think it belongs in New Vegas tier. I don't think it really claws up to anything more meaningful. And I do think The Last of Us 2... I think what they did with the story was good, but I think the writing's kind of worse. I think it's just pretty good. I think The Last of Us 2 is pretty good. I think it's not as good as... Yeah, I think it's just pretty good. Actually, yeah. Yeah. I think it's pretty good. I think it... No, actually, Hotline Miami 2 is all about revenge. And I think it does it better than The Last of Us Part 2. The Last of Us Part 2 is the bottom of a pretty good tier. Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, this is up in S+ or A+. I'm gonna put it below Destiny, I think. This kind of this makes sense in my mind. Halo and The Last of Us are more about ambience and pacing and vibes than writing. Yeah, I would agree. Like that's why it's tough to judge some of these, because like Lisa actually has it all. I think this is the Souls tier. I think this is the top of this. I think this is a Ruiner tier. I think this is above Sekiro. I think it's above Halo 3. Yeah, okay. No, this is Cracksworker Highbrow. What am I talking about? Yeah. This is here-ish. So many games. So many video games. Zone of the Enders 2 is disappointing, but not in like a bad way. It's just not nearly as good as the first one. I think it's just quality slop. I think it's just fine. I don't think it's as funny as Luigi's Mansion. Where's Zone of the Enders 1? This game is spectacular. Very happy with it. I'm gonna put it above Ace Combat. I don't think it's as good as Signalis. But just really solid mecha storytelling. Look Outside is my GOTY 2025. My GOT Game of the Year is not even in here. It's somewhere between Echoes of Ada or like maybe Dynasty Warriors Origins. One of those. Okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. Cracksmoker Lowbrow. Top of Cracksmoker Lowbrow for now. Portal 2. This feels New Vegas tier. This feels top of New Vegas. Maybe bottom of it. I feel like I had this at the top of New Vegas tier last time. I think that's where it belongs. Yeah. Yep. It's interesting they didn't put I in Ruiner tier. I reflected more on that game's writing, and I do think it's like delightfully esoteric. Actually, yeah. You know what? Okay, we've hit that point. I think Ruiner's in Cracksmoker Hyper, and I think I is like slightly worse than it. But I do think you have to be better than I to be out of Ruiner. Because this game is just so personal in what it tries to do. It might be slightly above Lisa. Nah, it's below Lisa. It's above Fires of Rubicon, though. All three of those games are weirdly variations on theme. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is fine. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as The Last of Us Part 2. Actually, you know what? This is quality slop. This is the bottom of... yeah, it's better than Luigi's Mansion. System Shock 2. The opening monologue alone is incredible. We're gonna put this at probably Ruiner tier. Actually, I think it's above I. I don't think it's better than Pokemon in the inventory. Where did I put it last time? Cracksmoker Highbrow. Yeah. Yeah. It's getting. Maybe it's the bottom of Cracksmoker Highbrow now, in my mind. I really do think the writing in Pokemon in the inventory is quite good. And like the logs in System Shock 2 are really good as well, but like I can't quote it quite as well. And I do think it's like effective at creating its ambiance and its world through writing, but yeah, no, oh my god, it's already 9:50. This is insane. I think we're gonna get through most of this though. And then we'll do more next time. Phantom Pain. It's better than Halo. This is New Vegas tier. It's fine. It's good. I liked it. Halo reaches quality slop. It's better than Symphony of the Night, but it's quality slop. Secret of Monkey Island. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hollow Knight's writing is better than quality slop. I don't think it's better than Subspace Emissary. I think this is kind of the one to beat to get out of quality slop. Metaphor ReFantasio is spectacular. I think yeah, we're gonna put that above Final Fantasy. Yeah, you know what? That's what separates Remake from 7. Is Metaphor. Silent Hill 2 is definitely going up in A+. Who's surprised? Oh, this is gonna hurt. I actually do think. Yeah, I don't think it is as good of writing as F or PT. It's really good though. Like it's still incredible. Silent Hill 4 The Room, Cracksmoker Lowbrow. Do you think it's better than Shadow the Hedgehog though? Actually, I don't even think this is pretty good. I think this is just quality slop. Yeah. Okay. Super Robot Wars T. This is a game with a lot of crossover stuff, so it kind of gets the benefit that Super Smash Bros. Does. I do think this is quite Cracksmoker high, low. Actually, no, this is just pretty good. I think this is above. I think this is like right below KOTOR levels of writing, personally. Evil Within. Kind of just slap, but it's fun. It's actually, you know what? This belongs at the bottom of Cracksmoker Lowbrow. It's got some vibes. It takes some swings. MGS3 is fine. It's pretty good. Better than KOTOR. I don't know if it's better than Alan Wake. Yeah, I think it belongs about here. Prey Moon Crash. Cracksmoker Highbrow. Actually, no. This is Ruiner tier. This belongs with these games. I think it's just. Well, yeah. Well, it's better than Sekiro, not as good as BioShocks or the Halo 3. Prey, its writing is really good. The writing is not what I come to that game for. I think it's worse than The Last of Us. It's bottom New Vegas tier. Actually, no, it's worse than Signalis. It's an A-. These games are great. Actually, no, it's worse than that. It's down here. It's the bottom at A- tier. I'm sorry. I love Prey. It's a spectacular game. The writing is not what makes it spectacular. Racing Lagoon. This is Cracksmoker Highbrow. I don't think it's better than Ruiner though. I don't think it's better than most of these. I think this is what you have to beat to get out of Ruiner tier. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is fine. I don't even think it's pretty good. I think it's just quality slop. I do think its writing takes bigger swing. Actually, no, I don't think its writing takes bigger swings than Symphony of the Night. I think it's just they're neck and neck, but I think Symphony of the Night wins out. Pokemon Ruby, bottom of quality slop. It's fine. It's good. It's solid. Actually, no, I think this is just slop. I think this is. Yeah, better than these, but not better than these. Red Dead Redemption 2, based purely on writing, pretty good. Pretty good. Is Red Dead Redemption 2 what separates The Secret of Monkey Island from The Curse of Monkey Island? I think the answer is yes. Actually, no. I think this game's writing alone hit me pretty good. Not as good as The Last of Us, but I think maybe more than... Well, did it hit me that much? No, I think... Red Dead Redemption 2 is good. I think its story and ambiance. Yeah, no. It's so much of this game's about the fucking environment. No, the writing is what separates The Secret of Monkey Island. Surely. Silent Hill 3, pretty good. I would say probably an A- tier somewhere. Probably above Dispatch, just barely. Actually, no, below Dispatch. Actually, yeah. No, I feel like this maybe is what kicks off these two into a row below. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, another very terse writing project. We're gonna put this at the bottom of A-, honestly. I do think it's better than the pretty good tier. What I like about... Yeah, I do think Ico and Shadow of the Colossus both do a lot with what little they're given and manage to suck you into their world really well. Oh god, I have 4 minutes. Alright, we're really trying to speedrun this. Metal Gear Solid 4 completely rests, like, if you have not played the other games, it does not hit that hard, but if you have played the other games, it hits like a ton of bricks. So we're gonna put this... We're gonna put this above Racing Lagoon. Yeah. Just above Racing Lagoon. I don't think its writing is better than System Shock. No, actually, the more I'm thinking about the monologues and everything, I think this is just an A+ game. It's the bottom of A+. It's fine. It's good. It's more than fine. It's more than good. It's quite spectacular. I think even on its own, it kind of stands up in its writing. Twilight Princess has some really compelling villains, some really good quest stuff. I think this is what separates Silent Hill 3 from... This is the middle of A- tier in my mind. Warcraft 3, just fucking spectacular. You can just watch these cutscenes and they're good. I think this is probably the bottom of A+. No, actually, it's a little bit better. I don't think it's as good as Hotline Miami. Yeah. This feels right in between Metaphor and Final Fantasy VII. Actually, no, because I don't think Warcraft 3 ever really hits humorous notes well. So maybe it's the bottom of A+. Actually, for lack of variety alone, it might get bumped into New Vegas tier. I think it will. Better than Portal though. Better than Portal 2. Just barely. Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. Excellent writing. Just excellent. It's bottom of the crack smoker eyebrow. Undertale is solid. I did not like this game that much, but I kickstarted it, and I do have to admit it's pretty good. I think it's slightly worse than The Last of Us. But I think it's... Actually, no, the Phantom Pain belongs down here. Actually, no. Now that I'm thinking about all the monologue. See, what's tough is, like, Metal Gear Solid, like, overall the writing's pretty okay, and then, like, I'll think of, like, 2 or 3 monologues that just rip. And, like, I could quote the Phantom Pain's trailers, like, beat for beat, so I think Pain has earned its spot. And Bravely Default... Probably... I'm going to put this in Souls tier, actually, and I'm going to put this above Elden Ring, but not above. Alright, I think we managed to... Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 tiers versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We only added 1 tier. I'm pretty proud of that. We managed to keep the scope pretty reasonable. Oh, goodbye, Anno. Have a good night. Alright, and that brings us right to 10. I'm willing to take like 1 or 2 audience requests, but after that, I'm thinking we can just call this a pretty good first test stream that hopefully has pissed off enough people, and it's been fun to just rebuild this tier list with you guys. I could also let me see what I've got in OBS. I could probably stream Nikkei, but I still have to do my dailies. Let me see how hard that would be. I could probably just change the source on something. Let me fiddle around. But yes, this will. How do I save this? I'm gonna publish this. Then I'll link you all to it. Right, never mind. Maybe I'll link this later. It's not. Oh gosh, I really hope we do not lose our progress in this. This will be fine. Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Oh, don't poop your pants. Yes, that game has a spectacular writing. We're gonna add that real quick. I have not, unfortunately, played. I think it's Don't Shit Your Pants. Yeah, it is Don't Shit Your Pants. That's probably going in Crack Smoker Highbrow. For those unaware, Don't Shit Your Pants is a text adventure game. The goal should hopefully be self-explanatory. And it's some of the best text adventure writing I have seen. I recently played a text adventure based off of Hamlet. I was sorely disappointed by the lack of goofy shit you could do. I'm sure there's a really good walkthrough somewhere out there. The bottom of Crack Smoker Eyebrow. I do think the writing... Well, no, this is the top of Crack Smoker Lowbrow. I do think the writing in this is better than anything below it. But... Oh, I don't think we'll be monetized ever. That'll be fine. Okay, well... I think that wraps up this tier list. I'm going to see how hard it is just to play my dailies, and I guess if y'all want to just have some background noise here, we can just have some background noise. Let me boot up Nikkei real quick and see how hard this is to capture. Thank you all for joining again, by the way. This has been a lot of fun. Really good test stream. Did you just make that game, or were they able to upload it? Which game are you talking about? I think that should be... You guys should probably hear Nikkei right now. Let's see if I can get it to actually show up.
Goddess of victories.
This is probably not the sort of thing I should be doing live on stream, but it's fine. We'll figure this out. feel like window capture would work well. Oh, this is gonna get very meta. Trust the process. I do not think that worked. I think this has only caused more problems. Alright, let's... Alright, maybe we won't be able to stream Nikkei tonight. We'll stream it at some point, though. Yeah. So I guess we'll, I think that's how we're gonna wrap it for tonight. Yeah, it's 10:06. We've streamed for an hour. This has been pretty good. But thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully I'll be streaming more. This was kind of like a spur of the moment thing, because yesterday I was like, oh, it'd be fun to stream, and I need to rebuild this tier list in a way that's like machine readable, and I can save. So maybe we'll come back to this at some point. But I hope everyone has a great night, and take care, everyone.